Alright, what is going on YouTube? Welcome to another unboxing video. Today we're going to be unboxing another Nike sneaker. This time it's called the Nike Air Zoom BB NXT. And as you can see, the box is right here. Looks pretty cool. It has a little Air Zoom logo in the front, plus the Nike swoosh at the top. And then if you turn on the box, it has a little Nike logo on the side. Little, well, not little, but it has the Nike basketball name in the back, and then it has the size for this shoe. So the size is 12, and the suggested retail price is $180. Now, one thing that I was interested about this shoe is how much technology they're putting into the shoe itself. So usually what happens with Nike shoes is that they either choose to go with something with either Air Max or Zoom Air or React. Unless you're LeBron, which LeBron shoes usually have Air Max, React, and I think Zoom on the front. But with this one, this shoe isn't a signature shoe by an athlete. It's more of a standalone shoe from Nike itself. So let's go ahead and open the box and see what's going on. So the reason why I want to check out this shoe is because of how much technology they're putting into the shoe. So the whole idea about this shoe is that it has two stacks of React, one at the bottom, one in the middle. And then in the inside of the shoe, you actually have a React insole as well. So it's a triple stack React that's going to give you a lot of cushion and support while you're playing basketball and when you're doing all the movements within basketball games. But they also added an Air Zoom unit as well. So the thing with the Air Zoom unit is that it's supposed to give you a really springy type of feel, really bouncy type of feel, so that you can be a bit more efficient when you're jumping, when you're blocking the ball, when you're playing defense, and things like that. And I haven't actually seen other shoes that do this kind of combination. It looks like it's a really interesting combination. And then I did go for the red colorway, just because these shoes, even though their retail price was $180, right now you can find them for a lot cheaper. I think under $100 actually, depending on the colorway that you go for. So these were actually going for, I think, $80 or $90, I believe. And these shoes actually came out last year, so that's the reason why they were discounted. But taking a quick look at the shoe, I mean, it looks really interesting. And the shoe itself looks like it's really well designed. I mean, the upper looks like it's made of some type of knit. I wouldn't say anything too soft, maybe something a little bit more firm, a little bit more tighter. The React, you have the two stacks of React and the inside as well. From there you have the big Air Zoom unit on the side, on the inside and the outside of the shoe. And then for the back, you actually just have a little Nike React logo and the Nike swoosh logo in the back with the little pull tab to insert your feet. Bottom side, the traction looks pretty interesting. The traction looks like a thumbprint kind of, or a fingerprint, where you have the two middle sections of your finger right here by where the Zoom units are at, and then you have the little wave designs in the front and the back. It looks really nice, looks really interesting, but I have no idea if that's gonna do any good for the court. But it looks really good so far. And then going back to the outside of the shoe, yeah, it looks like really well put together. The Nike swoosh, it's there, but it isn't too out there or anything like that. It's not too crazy. And the inside swoosh as well, it's a little bit more. There's actually little stars. If you take a closer look, it's little stars instead of just a swoosh design. So this is definitely more like a, I think this is like a USA color because it has red, white, and blue. And yeah, I mean, this shoe is kind of in the older side. It did come out around July of last year, so right when it came out, it was really expensive, 180 over a lot of other shoes. But next, let's check out the fit. Okay, so the fit of the shoe does feel a little bit snug on the sides. I feel it a little bit more tighter on the middle part of my foot. And actually, I don't know, it's kind of weird because it feels really snug in the middle of my foot, but in the back of my foot by my heel, it feels like it's a little bit loose. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but like it feels like it's tight in the front and then loose in the back, and I feel like that might be an issue for basketball players that have a wider foot. Mainly because I do feel like these shoes, or Nike shoes in general, do usually fit a little bit more narrow than usual shoes fit. Like, for example, if you try Adidas, their shoes fit on more wider feet. But yeah, for this one, it feels tight in the front and then a little bit loose in the back. So when I'm walking, down the street or just around, I can feel my heel kind of just wiggle back and forth in the shoe. So yeah, I think if you're a wide footer, if you feel like Nike shoes usually fit a little bit snug, or sometimes the shoes aren't as wide as you think, then I would definitely recommend either going for another shoe or going for a half size up. Because it does feel weird that the back of the shoe feels loose, but at the front where the knit is hugging my foot feels fine. Like, it feels a little bit snug, actually, a little bit too snug. But yeah, that's the fit of the shoe. If you guys are wide footers, definitely try them out before buying them. Just try them out overall to see if you like the fit. And then if you have a more narrow foot, or not a foot that's as wide as a wide footer, then these will definitely fit you just fine. But yeah, I'd say be cautious about that fit in the back, because I don't think you're supposed to be wiggling back and forth with your heel like that. Alright, so I did try them out. I did test them out for a couple of days, and my thoughts on the shoe overall is it does feel like it'd be a really good idea for the shoe, adding those triple layers of React plus the 2 Zoom AirPods in the forefoot. But I feel like because the shoe itself, at least for me, as a wide footer, the fit of the shoe is a little bit too narrow. So on the sides, right here, on the outside, and even on the inside, like, I feel like if they could have made the platform a little bit wider, it would have been a better fit. Because I do feel like where the Nike swooshes are at, it's designed to hold your foot down, but because it's such a weird feeling having the front snug and then the back, a little bit looser, it feels kind of weird, and it gives me that weird sensation that I don't think I have my shoes put in right. But that's the weird thing, because these type of shoes, the type of shoes that Nike makes, are often designed for narrow shoes. So it's kind of weird how they don't have wider foot options, or at least make it so that the actual platform itself is a little bit wider. But other than that, I do think it's really interesting that they did this, that they added all this technology into a shoe for people that are looking for something that gives them really good cushioning with the React and the Zoom Air, and at the same time, it's all put into one shoe, instead of saying, oh, we'll put Zoom Air in this one shoe and then React on another shoe. Like, now they combine that idea and put it into one shoe instead. I think it's a really good idea that Nike's trying out different technologies with different styles of shoes right there. And my other thoughts is that I think this would be really cool if they can actually make it a little bit, I wouldn't say lower, but like if they could just take away like maybe the outer layer or the mid layer of React. Or I do feel like it'd be a lot of React from having one at the bottom and another one in the middle, and then the Nike React insole. Because I feel like when I was walking with these shoes, I kind of felt like I was floating a little bit. Like I could feel the step, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't firm to the ground. Like it was a little bit floaty. Overall, the cushion is really well done, and the React is definitely gonna help you there. Zoom Air, honestly, I didn't feel much on the Zoom Air side. I thought I was gonna feel the little bounce that it usually gives, you know, the little pushback, the springiness. But I didn't really feel that with this shoe. I felt like I was stepping on it, but nothing really happened, type of thing. I feel like if they reduce that React just by a little bit, so that it gives us a better court feel, that would give us a better sensation of the Zoom AirPods, and then better grounded feel onto the floor so that we're not slipping to the side or anything like that. It's a good shoe for those people that are narrow footed or that have a regular foot that isn't a white footer. White footers, I would definitely recommend try finding a different option where, you know, maybe it doesn't go into the platform and just go straight instead. But yeah, those are my thoughts on this shoe. Tell me you guys' thoughts on this shoe, if it's a cool design or not, or if you guys feel like you guys can tell that there's other shoes that are better. And yeah, leave a comment down below what shoes you guys are looking for in the future. Cool. Hope you guys liked this video. Press that like button and don't forget to subscribe.